Welcome to the third video in my Focus on Fun series. Today, I'm going to be working on building out my fun list. If you weren't here last time, I'm going to quickly summarize. I have this little fun journal, and at the front, I'm going to write down the things that I do or notice that happen in my life that are fun at the end of each day. And at the back of the journal, I'm going to make a list. I'm going to call it my fun list of ideas of things I think are fun that I want to do. And the next step for me is to make a long fun list. So I have lots of ideas for those days when I need something fun to do. So in this video, I'm going to share some prompts, some questions, and things that will get you thinking about what to put on your fun list. That's what I'm using, and I'm sharing them with you in case you want to do the same. I'm also going to share some of my fun moments that I've had since I've been trying to do this and keep track. And I'm going to share a couple of the ideas that you have shared in the comments of previous videos to give you a little inspiration. And finally, I hope at the end of the video, you'll leave a comment with at least one thing that you were kind of inspired to think of that you'd like to do for fun after listening to the prompts in this video. So, on to the prompts. I have a list here, and I'm just going to go through them with you. The first chunk of questions that I'm going to ask are simple questions that you should hopefully be able to answer quickly without thinking too hard or spending too much time writing or journaling. And then I have another chunk of questions at the end. The list is a little bit shorter, but those ones are a little more contemplative that you could journal about to kind of get you thinking, maybe putting in a little more effort than the first list. So you just want quick, easy. We're going to start with those questions. Number 1, what is a game you enjoy playing? Board game, video game, card game, etc. If you think of some things that you'd like to add to your fun list, write them down. I have one of these on my list that I'll share at the end. Number 2, what is a simple activity that always makes you smile? So think about that. See if it brings anything to mind for you and if it's something you want on your list. What is a place you love going to for fun? Some of these, you may have things come to your mind immediately. Others you might have to think for a minute. And others you may find are totally unhelpful for you, and that's fine. Just skip them. As I go through the list, hopefully some of them are going to prompt you to write down a few things on your list. What is a fun snack or treat you enjoy? What is a craft or DIY project you'd like to try? What is a song that makes you want to dance? What's an outdoor activity you like or want to try? What's a fun way to relax? What's a type of food you'd like to cook or bake just for fun? What is a show or movie that always puts you in a good mood? What is a simple, silly challenge you could do? Like trying a new hairstyle or speaking in an accent for a day. What is some random, silly, or crazy thing that you think would be fun to do? What is a fun seasonal activity you look forward to? I'm very excited for spring. It's still snowy out my window, but it's starting to melt, and I know that means new growth, new things to look at out in nature, and I cannot wait to get outside with my camera and my macro lens and do a little photo treasure hunt. What is a small adventure you could go on in your town or city? What's something you did as a child that you absolutely loved? And how could you incorporate it into your life now? What is a creative way you could play with photography? Like a themed photo walk or a self-portrait challenge? I have so many different ideas for this. The challenge is choosing something. What is a small thing you could do to make an ordinary day feel more fun? Sometimes it's just the simplest, smallest, really easy things that can make a big difference. What is a store you love browsing in just for fun? What's a type of book or magazine you'd enjoy flipping through for inspiration? Maybe you'd like a trip to the bookstore or the library to just sit and look through books and be inspired. What's a fun way you could use stickers, washi tape, or colorful pens or highlighters? Or any kind of art supplies you have on hand. What is a fun thing you could do with a friend or family member this week? Okay, that is my list of quicker answer questions. And now I have some kind of exploratory journal prompts to help you come up with ideas for your fun list. So if you are a journaler or a writer, or you'd like to give it a try, these are for you. Describe a time when you felt completely free and full of joy. What were you doing? What does fun mean to you? Has your definition changed over the years? What are some fun things you've seen others do that you'd like to try someday? Think back to your childhood. What were your favorite ways to play? Do any of them still appeal to you? How do you feel after doing something fun? Do you ever hold yourself back from having fun? Why? If you had an entire weekend with no responsibilities, what fun activities would you plan for yourself? What is a small, playful habit you could add to your daily life? Have you ever tried something fun that surprised you because you didn't expect to enjoy it? What was it? And how can you add more spontaneity and fun into your everyday routine? So my goal is to go through these on my own, write down everything that they prompt me to think of, and get a good long fun list ready for the future. And then I think what I'm going to do is go through my list and actually schedule some things. One thing a day to start with. I'm going to shift into sharing a couple of the fun moments that I've had in the last couple of weeks as I've started this, and then I'll share a few of your ideas that you've shared. So I got a couple of video clips of some of these. One was sitting down to play Skip-Bo with my husband. This is a card game we used to play when we were teenagers on dates and had nothing else to do at his house. We would sit down on the floor and play Skip-Bo together. So it was a fun activity for us to just pull out randomly one evening when we had nothing else to do. Another is, as a family, we took a trip to visit relatives, and it's kind of a long drive, so on the way home we stopped for dinner, and it was kind of fun hanging out with our two teenagers and eating together. Next was this week for our younger daughter is spring break, and so we all went and saw a movie yesterday, and at the end of the movie we were sitting in the back row, and I stood up to stretch and I put my hands up and I realized you could see the shadows of my hands on the movie, on the screen. So I started doing a little shadow dance with my hands, and my daughter took a little video clip of the last little moments of that. Another thing my husband and I did recently was we needed to take my younger daughter to her singing lesson. We dropped her off and we walked around downtown a little bit and got down by the water and found these huge chunks of ice floating on the water, and I had never seen anything like that, and it was just cool to see that in person, and so I got a little video clip of that as well. And finally, I had a night last week where I got together with my friends, a couple of girlfriends, and we made pizzas together for dinner, and we just hung out and talked, and the two of them like to do acro yoga together. I'm still recovering from an injury, so I did not join in this time, but it was fun to be a spotter and to take photos of some of their well done poses and some of their crazy moments as they attempted poses. All right, now I want to shift into a couple of fun ideas that you have shared. The first one is from T from Embrace the Journey, and he says he likes to go for a morning walk with his wife every day to walk their dog and say hello to the people and dogs that they see along the way. And as it's been a routine for a long time, there are certain people that they tend to see regularly. So that's a fun one-time thing or routine thing that you could create a habit in your life. And then the second one I want to share today is from Jackie Wolven. She said she likes singing karaoke with her husband in their living room, and she said they're terrible, but that makes it fun. And this one was kind of inspiring to me because my younger daughter, the one who we took to singing lessons, likes to sing and has some karaoke equipment at our house, and I never participate because I just don't like doing things not well, I guess. And I realized, why not sing karaoke and just be crazy with her at home? It's not like anyone else can hear us. So I'm thinking about that one, Jackie. Thank you for the inspiration. Finally, I hope that you will share something in the comments yourself, either something I've shared from my fun moments recently, or the couple of comments that others have shared, or from the prompts that I shared to come up with your own fun list. I hope you'll share at least one, maybe a few ideas that this has brought to your mind in the comments, and we can all go down there and look for inspiration from each other. Good luck this week finding fun. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.